Hi, William. Robin Bergarella here with Dale Sorensen Real Estate. I don't know if you can tell, but I am standing right here in front of your property on Riviera, and I figured the easiest way for me to kind of explain some of the things that I have a feeling are getting between you receiving an offer on the property would be for me to take a little video here. So I'm going to walk through the home, and I'm going to point out some things that when I've shown your home, and I've shown it at least, I believe it's probably 3 times now, things that buyers have pointed out to me, which is kind of an obstacle that's getting in between you and an offer. So here it goes. Okay, so right here in the front, this right here, hopefully you can see it okay. It could be a real showstopper right here with some flowers, but right now it just looks like that it's unloved and it needs little TLC. So maybe about $50, $75 worth of some plants and flowers here, and you've already got the mulch, would definitely help. So your first impression here when you walk up, that's it right there. The second thing, I know it seems silly and minor, but again, back to the first impression, right when you walk up, the first thing that a buyer or their agent sees is that it needs to be painted right around here, just so that it's finished off. It looks a little bit more finished. Then when you walk in, this kitchen is phenomenal. I know you spent a fortune on all this stone in here. It really is beautiful. But definitely a few things that were pointed out on the buyer who made the offer on the property is right under here, you can see the shims. It needs quarter round or maybe just a piece of trim all the way around so that it looks finished off. Another thing is the stove is not exactly the right stove because it sticks up and you can see the back of it right here. So what needs to be here is a flat top stove. I don't know if you have the bottom part of the fridge right there. If you have that, I would recommend doing that as well. Also, the shutters are still on the home. Those should definitely come down so that people can walk out and see the main selling feature, which is the pool. Right now they can't get outside except for going around, and the fence is down and there's electrical wires down. People aren't coming in the backyard because they probably see it as a hazard with the wires down, etc. So here in the living room, the ceiling, you can see that there was a patch done right there. I don't know how good it's coming out in this video, but you can definitely see that there's a patch. See if I can get some lights on. Here we go. And it's a little, my recommendation would be to paint the ceiling. It's going to hide the fact that you have a patch. And if you can get some of that orange peel spray before you paint, just spray over that patch where it's smooth, and that will hide the fact that maybe there was a roof issue at one time. So heading down the hallway here, the other thing is the microwave in the garage here. I would just take that out of there because it draws attention to the fact that there is no hood and microwave or ventilation above the stove. So if you remove that, nobody's even going to notice that there is no microwave. The ceiling in here, I don't know if this can be scraped. If not, let it be, paint over it, or even just leave it, but clean up on the floor so it doesn't look so obvious and pull what's hanging over there. Okay, down the hallway here. In the bathroom, again, great job with the tiling and everything, but it does look like it's not quite finished off. All it needs is a corner bead along the side, up at the top there, and down the side here, because what sticks out is this black hole right here where the grout isn't finished. So instead of adding more grout, just add a quarter round there, and that will solve that problem and it will look more finished. Right now, this door is the only way out to the pool because the other ones, the shutters are up. So it looks like you definitely had some damage from the hurricanes. The screens are out over here. So you can see the fence is out. And I don't know if you can see that wire on the fence. clear the cobwebs and crawl on through. Okay. So there's a wire right there. I don't know if it's live or not. I'm assuming it's not, but I'm still not going to poke my finger on it just in case. Okay, so then you can see the fence is down over here. And these are things that every buyer is going to notice. You're not going to fool anyone, unfortunately, with them down and not being fixed. So, again, if you can take care of this, especially the wire, because that's probably scaring some people away who are hesitant to come back in the backyard and see the pool. In the back here, too, it just needs a little bit of cleaning up. There's some debris on the other side there that should come out to make the yard look more finished off. This right here, on the side of the pool, you can see where there's some erosion. And then you have a little possible animal hole right there. And the gutter is supposed to be draining into there, but it is falling apart there. So it needs just another end piece to the gutter. Forget about this hole right there, and just drain it elsewhere. But you definitely need to fill this in around the bottom, because this is scaring people away and preventing offers as well. Even if you can't fill in the whole thing, put some brick or something along the side so it doesn't draw attention when you're back here and you don't notice so much that there's an erosion problem. Because the pitch here at the edge of the pool, it is starting to tilt downwards because of that erosion. Okay, I'm going to come around here, the backyard, and make my way around. Okay, back here, this is where I had mentioned this debris should go here. And these trees really need to be trimmed back a little bit. And again, missing screen here. And just miscellaneous parts and gutters and whatnot that need a little bit of attention. And the door here is missing the screen. Over here, you've got all these vines on the screen. Again, it just gives the appearance that it just is not taken care of. In fact, I'm just going to get the vines down for you right now. All right, let me head back inside here. Okay, this bedroom here, it's definitely, it looks a little bit different from the last time I was here. But when just before I had sent you the offer and we had taken a look at this is on the inside. These vines are actually on the inside. They have grown in through the window, and there's some actually on the rug right there. It looks like nobody cares, if I'm being completely honest with you. It definitely needs to be cleaned up so that you don't see that there. Okay, other bedroom just needs a little switch plate right there, a cover plate. And I'm going to head to the other side of the house now. Okay, in the master here, so you can see it's kind of dark because the plywood is up, so that needs to come down. And in the bathroom, absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous. The tile work, the countertops, the sinks, the mirror, everything. It looks really, really good. But there's some finishing touches, again, that a buyer is going to detract from all this great work you did at the sinks. So it needs some touch-up paint here and there. See right here, this needs to be sanded a little bit. There's some red paint on the ceiling here and over there. You need some type of corner piece or something on the edge here. And I mean, I don't know if you did this work yourself, William, but it's beautiful. The countertops that you picked out, the tile, great choices. All the carpets show a little bit of, like they need to be stretched. If that's not something you can get to, then let it be. But it is something that a buyer would probably notice here. Okay, and I think that concludes the tour. William, I really don't want it to come off like I'm picking the house apart. Definitely not. The work it's gorgeous. You've done a really, really good job. You had asked for my opinion, and I know you really want to get the place sold. So rather than reducing another 5, 10, 15, 20,000, if you put another 2,000, 3,000 in there, we can probably increase the price that you're asking for. We'll take it off, get a little bit of work done, increase up the price, and you'll get that back. Because right now, since it's been on so long, it starts to get a stigma, and agents wonder, why has it been on the market so long? And the ones that have shown it, they'll report to the buyers, oh goodness, that home needs so much work, there's a lot of details unfinished, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to send you out this video. I will give you a ring very soon, and we can talk about the next steps to get your home sold.